Thank you. Okay, so we're starting Orla again since we only went into a few Mishnayos. So we'll just start Orla and then hopefully make a siyum on Zerayim sometime soon. 2 more Masechtas, 6 Prakim, Bez Hashem. Okay, Orla. So as we know, Orla is that the first 3 years, the first 3 years of a plant, you're not allowed to use it. All right. So the Gemara, the Mishnah starts off on Hanayteya l'siyag l'kar. So it really depends. You have to be planting the tree. You have to be planting the tree for fruit purposes. So Hanayteya l'siyag l'kar. So somebody plants, but he didn't plant for tree purposes. He planted for a fence. I mean, he planted trees to make a fence, or kairos, or he planted it so he can use the wood for beams. Potem and arla. Then, even if it makes fruit, it's going to be potter from Orla because it's not there for fruit purposes. Even if he splits the tree and he says the inside of the tree is going to be for food and the outside of the tree is going to be for a fence, then the panimi chayiv, then the inside is going to be, you're going to be chayiv for Orla, and the chitzon is going to be potter. So he's got a big chiddush. He's holding that you can split trees. That's Rabbi Yossi Shita. The Tanakama obviously would disagree, and it says it's either one or the other. That's Mishnah Aleph. Mishnah Beis. Eis Shabo Avisenu La'aretz, when Klal Yisrael, when our forefathers came into Eretz Yisrael, Matzus, and then what happened with all the trees? Right. So Matzu Natua, if they found a tree that was already planted and it was planted less than 3 years old, potter, it's potter from Orla. Why? Because it's based on the pasuk. Because the pasuk says, "Kisavayo ela aretz unatatim." When you come into Eretz Yisrael and then you plant, saying you potter, meaning if plants that were already pre-planted is not a problem. Not to, but if they did plant the tree, even if they were not yet kovesh Eretz Yisrael, because it took them a long time to conquer Eretz Yisrael, still you're chayiv, meaning it has nothing to do with control of Eretz Yisrael. That's to do when the Klal Yisrael got into Eretz Yisrael. Haneteya l'rabim, if he plants for the rabim, and then it's chayiv, meaning it's I guess it's continuing from what they were talking about. I don't know if the island was on for that Earth Day. Today was Earth Day. They wanted to know if it was Avodah Zarah. All right, so if you planted for the public, then that's all. That's chayiv. Rabbi Yehuda Paita, Rabbi Yehuda says it's potter because it's all based on the pasuk of unatatim. Haneteya rishus harabim. Somebody plants in rishus harabim, right? Meaning he plants in rishus harabim, but for his own private use. I don't know why. I don't know if that's geneva or not. But or a guy planted a tree, and the Rav says even if the guy planted it in the Rishus of Yisrael, or if a guy stole land and he planted on that land, and if he planted on a ship, meaning obviously it's in a flower pot or something like that, and the earthenware, or if a tree grew by itself, chayiv ba'arla. So in all those cases, you are chayiv in arla. Yeah. Okay. We'll stop over there. It's nice. Do Shari Tshuva, which we haven't done in a while. Shari Tshuva up to I was Shar Gimel Kuf Yud. That's what I have. Fine. Va'goizel is ani. So if you steal from an ani,
which ice?
I have Kuf Yud.
Okay.
He's going through these are Misa B'dei Shemayim's. These are all things that are Misa B'dei Shemayim.
Oh, just like the daf. No?
Yeah, mamish. I was going to say yeah. Yeah, Ali, yeah. Whatever, but this is not mentioned in the daf. This list that he has. Hagoizel ani, you steal from an ani. Shenemar al tigzal dol ki dalhu. Don't steal from a poor person because he's poor. Ki Hashem yorev rivam, because Hashem fights the fights of poor people. The kova is koveim nofesh, and he's koveya. How do you say that? He's going to take away the kovas koveim nofesh. He's going to take away the nefesh of, I don't know how you get take away, but that's what it means. The kovas koveim nofesh. He's going to basically get rid of the nefesh of anybody who steals from his poor people. We already said this in the third madrega. Right? So when you steal from an ani, it's as if you stole his nefesh. Shenemar, it was neshama. Shenemar kain orchus kol baitzea botza es nefesh balav yikach. This is the way of anybody who goes baitzea botza, means who goes after good things, expensive things, and he takes the nefesh of its owners. And sometimes a crook takes away from the poor person, even if he steals less than a shava pruta. Meaning, if he has nothing and you take a shava pruta, which we know that you're potter for, but you take that shava pruta away from him, or less than a shava pruta away from him, so then you really you could still be chayav for that. It's considered blood and spilled blood. If you steal something from him, that it's a shava pruta. So bottom line is that those that are taking advantage. I don't know if I see not fair. This is talking about stealing from the poor. I don't know if taking advantage of the poor falls under that category, right? Yeah. Okay. So we'll stop over there.
Jesse, can you buy me a peach?